Hi everybody, we're about to get started. Thanks for tuning in. We got a whole room of ladies here. Everybody say hi. Okay, that's a little grainy there. Okay, well thanks for coming everybody to our first Newbie to Ruby training this year. I wanted to start off by doing a brief introduction of all of us. I think it's really good to know who each other is and get connected on more of a personal level. So let's go around the room. We'll keep it as quick as we can. Give us your name, tell us who enrolled you, how long you've been in, and where you're from. So let's start over here.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Kathy's sister.
Hey.
I've been taking the coach for a long time. My mother is in the US, so I wanted to be her business partner now. And I've been, July will be 1 year, and current enrollment. What was that question? Where I'm from? Yeah. I'm from New York.
You live in Davenport, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Daphne. How can I start?
I know you should call she's just in practice.
Get me to start, so I said I'll come with you.
I'm Kristen. I'm currently home. I'm about almost 2 months ago, and I'm from Alaska. I'm Sandra, and I enrolled me 2 years ago, and I'm from here. I'm Ronnie, and on January 18th, and I'm from Trinidad, where I was born and brought up.
Okay. Where do you live now?
On the coast.
Okay.
I'm Liz Patterson, enrolled me under Casey. And I've been in for 2 years, and I live here. I'm Laura. I've been in for about 4 years. And I decided under Christine, but she's under Betty.
This is my enrollment.
Yeah. I'm Irish. Can you sign me up? My husband is coming somewhere over there, and I am walking. I'm Melissa. I'm Ellen. I'm almost a month, on the 12th. I'm Corinne, but with Sandra as my partner, I believe, correct? I'm from like a minute from her.
Cool. My neighbor.
Jennifer, I enrolled in December under Corinne, and I live here in Orlando, from New York. I'm Brooke, and Alicia enrolled me, and I've been enrolled for 2 years now, and I live in Houston. I'm Janine. Alicia enrolled for the second time. And originally I'm from Michigan. I lived in Florida, and now I'm back in Michigan. You're there.
I'm Christina, and Christina told me, and Mary.
I'm Candace Alicia. I was originally one of these friends for a long time, and I did that stuff for about a year. I've been in about a year and a half now. And I'm from Slovenia.
All right, so now if you know where everybody is and you want to go listen together, you can. Okay, so I wanted to keep this really basic because sometimes people, like those of us who've been in it longer, sometimes forget when it's like start, like to be in the very beginning, like what do I do? I mailed the business kit. Hold on one second. I mailed a business kit and and what are these things? What am I supposed to do with them? So I wanted to first start off by going over what's in your business kit. When you get it, open it up and look through this stuff and see what it is. I encourage you to read through this magazine. Has anybody read through it yet? Okay, a couple people. Until you're building your own story with the company, they put this together so that you can use these stories of people's success. And if you're in the company long enough, you actually get to meet everybody in this magazine and realize that they're real people just like you and me. You know, they're real people who caught the vision, who had a dream, who was tired of the way that life was, and they just grabbed the bull by the horns and ran with it and worked with it. So I encourage you guys to go through this magazine and read the stories of these people, and when you're talking to people, share these stories with them because they're really inspiring. Let's see this one right here. Christina Jesus is actually a local girl here. She lives in Nigeria City. So that's your rep magazine. You can also purchase more of these in myworkstore.com and share them with people. You can leave them in doctor's offices with your sticker on it somewhere, so that when people are in waiting rooms, they can pick it up and look at it and read it. You can share it with people. Say, hey, I'm going to give you this magazine. I need it back. So I'm going to give you about a week to look at it, and then I'm going to meet with you and get it back from you. So now, you're kind of putting a little bit of pressure on them to read it, and you never know what these stories might do to them. So that's your rep magazine.
Yeah, that's the credibility. That's what I really like about that is that, it makes what we do and who we are real.
Is there an extra chair over there?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a chair if you want to go have a seat.
I'm fine. Or tomorrow.
Alright. Okay, I need water.
Well, and also, who are you?
Oh, my
Yeah.
name's Alicia.
How are you? You didn't introduce yourself.
Okay. My name's Alicia Mayo. I've been in since September of 2011. Presidential Diamond actually here this month. And let's see what else. I was enrolled by the same girl that enrolled this season. So my upline is working upline is Betty Landis, and then Stephanie Zoldan. So we're really close to the top money in this company. So let's see. And I'm from here. I live here. Okay. So we talked about the magazine. The next thing we have here is a coupon for you. So take advantage of ordering some Blitz cards, which are these. This is one of your biggest marketing materials, marketing tools. You want to have these in your purse, and you put them everywhere with you. You can put your information on the back here. You can handwrite it if you need to start. You can go to Staples and print some labels there at Staples, or you can buy some of the labels. I do the 1x4 and just stick them on here. Name, phone number, Facebook page if you have a Facebook page. And I know I have my website on mine, but I know some people who don't put on theirs because they want people to contact them. Instead of just going on the website, kind of cruising around, they're like, okay, what is this? And the only way I'm going to know is if I call them. So you can do it either way. Maybe have some of them with website and some without. I don't know, whatever you want to do. So you get 10% off of your first order. There's a code on here, it works. Does that mean you get 10% off? Do they have
I think it took 10% off our whole order.
Okay, good. So you can get a shirt, and if you're just starting off and you don't have a lot of money for any of the stuff, just at least get one shirt. I know that my first conference, I bought one shirt. Oh my goodness, you should see that shirt. I smell it too.
Only my first one's pretty worn out.
It's a little funky. But anyway, you'll eventually get to a point where your closet's going to be nothing but black things. So, what else do we have on our kit here? This is, you get a bracelet with it. It's not here, but you get a little bracelet with it. You want to talk about the bracelet?
Yes. Once you put it on, it doesn't come off. There's going to be cut it off. It says starts with one, and it helps to remind you that, it all starts with that one person. So your first customer, you can take it off after that. So it really helps to keep you focused and remind you when you start this, because it can be a little overwhelming, but you want to keep it basic. Start with one, so that bracelet's a nice reminder.
And then just if you keep that mentality, even as you're building your business, it's just one person, one person, one person. Don't let having so many people overwhelm you. It's just one person at a time. So kind of takes the pressure off. So the first thing that you want to do, this kind of gives you instructions, is you want to log into your eSuite and you want to go through your It Works view. Has everybody watched all their training videos in their It Works view yet? Some people are not saying yes or no.
There's a lot of good
Okay, I know that one day my mom came over and sat down and watched all of them in a matter of what was it, like 2 hours it took you? Yeah. So it doesn't really take that long. I mean, if you kind of break it up and watch a few a night, you can get through them. But it's a really good way to get started. So you know a little bit of what you're talking about. So that's this, and then talk about this card, coupon, and then you get samples of our product catalog. And like I said in the beginning, if you don't have a lot of money to order a bunch of them, when I showed somebody my product catalog, I always took it back. They looked at it, but I took it back in the beginning. Another option that you can do is you can laminate them so that they're a little more sturdy and put them back so they don't get beat up. Or you can order more in the My It Works store again. Put your information on here if you want to. And then the most important tool, and I saved it for last, is this right here. I hear a lot of people, or see a lot of people say, I can't get customers. I can't get distributors. My question to them would be, well, are you going to the party pad with them? You have to go through this tool. I think it's key. Even if you're on a phone call with somebody, they're asking you about it, go through the party pad. You don't have to have it open in front of you and go through it point by point, but if you go through and you tell them about the wrap, you tell them about being a loyal customer, and then you tell them about the business, you're going through the party pad in a condensed version. But this isn't just for parties. You do this at parties, but you also do it at one-on-ones. It's just a really important tool to have with you. And then also, in your eSuite under Documents, there's Party Pad Notes. You can simply touch the bullet points and read this, but if you want to go in depth a little bit more, if you go in your eSuite under Documents, they have Party Pad Notes in here. And the blank pages are for you to be able to cut these out and paste them in here so that when you're going through it, you can read off the back of what you pasted on here. So that keeps it really simple for you. Okay, now, yes.
Do you do that also with loyal customers?
Yes.
So like when you have them on the phone or I am that whatever, you can pretty much use that to give them information, answer questions.
Right. Usually what I do is if I'm having a conversation with somebody and they want to know more is I'll go on YouTube and I use Denise Walsh's. Denise Walsh does a 2015 Party Pad presentation. You can just copy and paste that link into the message and send it to them because it will go over it for you. Or if you get really brave, you can record your own video to send to your own people. So I'm not quite there yet myself, and I've been in for 3 years, but that's an option for you. Okay, so that's a little bit about the Party Pad. You can also order more of these in the My It Works store. Sometimes you want to give these to people if you have somebody that's really interested in the business, but they haven't made a decision that day. If you leave one with them, they can look back through it and kind of hem and haw about what they want to do, or just learn more about it. Usually you take them back from people. When you're at a party, you can hand them out, collect them, or just stand up front with the one. So.
Ran into a family before a rap party, and it was one that did a conference. I can't remember her name, but she said she gives out a party pack to all of the people. Do you guys think that we should have
along?
what?
Maybe to follow along.
Right. Do you think that we should? Or?
I do because I have them, but you don't have to have them. It is nice for them to be able to follow along as well.
I mean, it felt like when I was looking on the sport, I thought they only came in like 10 or 20 or.
They come in like 20 or 25. But here's the thing that I found too is when you give somebody one of these, you know what they do? They flip through it. And then they put it down.
Right.
And to me, it's kind of like, follow along. I'm supposed to follow along, so I'll say specifically, please follow along with me. Or I won't give it to them. I will make them look up here and follow along with me. The only time I really put it in their hands if I only have one is when I'm showing them an income chart. You see those numbers? That's the red in me, I guess. Yeah. Look at those numbers, okay? Sure. Yeah.
You know what I like to do, because it can be intimidating, in the beginning what I did was I put on a YouTube video of Sammy Dempsey doing the party pad, and I was folding laundry, whatever I was doing, I just kept listening to it over and over again, and then each time I'd be like, oh, I love what she just said, and then I'd work it into what I say. So it becomes kind of second nature because you're starting to hear it, and then you can go ahead and, use anything pieces that you like. With the use now.
Okay, so we're actually going to, I'm looking at my notes, I'm taking notes here. So we're talking about the party pad. Okay, so we're going to go through this right now for you as if you were at a party. That way you guys can hear how it's done, it won't be as scary.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to actually ask our brand new diamond, Sandra, to come forward, trade me spots, and go through this party pad for us.
Yay.
No, just go
right
through go through the right there. I'll do the distributor side.
Well, I have to tell a little story, okay? So I, in the beginning, well, it was about a year in, and I hadn't really done much with my business the first year. I went to conference, and I came back, and I really started building. So only a few weeks after that, Alicia told me, I'm on my way to her first and only training she ever had before here. I sat right there, and she told me, basically on the way, hey, I really like the way you do the party pad. I'm going to have you do it at the training. And I was like, God. And then she's like, and we're gonna record it. so it's all about pushing that comfort zone, because now I can look back at it and I'm like, hey, I like this. You're always so hard on yourself. And if you can just push a lot of that negativity about what you think about yourself out, you're probably a lot better than you think you are. And that's why I love it. We put you on the spot now. Her turn. I told her 30 minutes ago.
We're running down the street. I'm Mark Pentecost, Mike Patillo, John Eric Moser. Let's see what's going on in the house tonight at the Amayos. All right. Everybody say boo. Boo! Bring it.
Yeah.
All right.
See running from the street with
All right, back to the party bag. Okay. So, have you tried the crazy wrap thing? So who has it on? So I'm gonna act like that's what right? Okay. So who has it on right now? All right. And some people experience it being a little tingly, a little cold, maybe a little warm. It feels like it's cold. All right. Well, it's pretty neat. It's very easy, affordable, and fun. And basically, you saw we just took it out, we put it on, and we're going to wait 45 minutes, and then we'll see the results, and we'll compare it to your before picture and an after picture. And you can wear it anywhere on the body, except the face. We have one that is specially made for the face. And this is what it does. This is the before and after 45 minutes. And basically it tightens, tones, and firms in as little as 45 minutes. It helps reduce the appearance of cellulite. It also gives you fast and lasting results from the acid-based formula. And it's only available through an It Works independent distributor. And you can become a loyal customer where there you will save up to 40% on your purchases. And this, I'm going to go over the little packages that the company puts together for you, because you get a discount when you buy a package. There's the Rat Pack, which is very popular. It has the a box of 4 applicators, and it has the small little defining gel. Also, there's the Skinny Pack, which is really popular. It has your box of 4 wraps, it has your big bottle of defining gel, and your fat fighter, which those are those are my favorites. I love eating stuff. So after I eat pizza, I take those and it helps block 70% of the carbs, and it also helps block out the fat oils. And then our It Pack, which has everything to get started and reach your goals, your health goals. It has your box of 4 applicators, a box of 4 face wraps, a big defining gel. It has your lip and eyes cream, which is awesome for like bags under the eyes. Feels good and on your lips. And it also has a greens on the go. And these are great because you're 8 servings of fruits and veggies. So you just put a little pack in your water or your juice, smoothie in the morning, and take it with you and take it right from there. I'm only doing that side, right? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
It feels weird. Yeah.
I don't like how they take the tax out of the party
Oh,
bag.
that's why I use this.
That's the only part I don't like about it.
It's much more condensed.
Yeah, but then everybody's like, oh, cool, you know.
Okay, that's fine. You guys hear us better? Well, not like I can hear them answering, right? Not if you can hear. Yeah. Okay, so do you guys mind if I tell you about my business? I usually like to ask people first if they mind, and most people are receptive to it and they'll let me. So it works is about friendships, fun, and freedom. And I know when I first started that sounded really cliche, but being involved in it more, I really realized that it's a lot of fun. We've made lots of friends, and the freedom part of it is when you don't have to report to a boss every day. There's nothing that can compare to that. Like when you own your own time, it's pretty amazing. When I first started, I can just tell my story a little bit. It's just part of the story in the beginning. When I first started, I was bartending in a wine bar. I found myself there because I was a mortgage loan processor at one point when the housing market crashed. We lost our income, so I ended up bartending. And one night, a 74-year-old man came into my bar and gave me one of those blitz cards. The blitzing works. Don't be scared because that blitz card might change somebody's life. They gave me a blitz card, and I saw the before and after, and I was skeptical, but I'm like, you know what? What's $25 if it doesn't work? Well, it worked. And here we are 3 some years later. Yeah, it's changed everything for us. So I'm going to tell you how to get started. Basically, join the party. Step 1 is you purchase a business builder kit. It gives you a box of wraps. That box of wraps comes 4 to a box. You sell each wrap for $25 and you make $100. Now your kit's costing you $99. So it's really nice that they give you that product so you can make your money back right away. It also comes with a pack of those flip cards, the wrap magazine, a party pad, a catalog, a bracelet, a coupon, and a start here card just to get you going. We have a couple different boosting options, which is basically more product. If you know more people than what the one box will do for you, you can boost. There's a couple different packs. One of them's $149. That one's only available for time of enrollment, and the second one is our party booster, which is $349, and it gives you a lot more, and you can buy that anytime. So if you're interested in the business and you don't think that box of wraps will be enough, then we'll talk afterwards and go over what those additional packs are. So step 1, join the party. Boost your party if you want to. Okay. And then step 2 is to gather 4 loyal customers. Now, a loyal customer is somebody that wasn't interested in the business, but they want your wholesale pricing, so they choose to shop for 3 months in a row. So get 4 of those in your first 30 days, and you're going to get 2 wrap rewards. Now, the wrap rewards are really nice because a box of wraps is normally $59, but with the wrap rewards, you pay $25 for them. So you get 2 boxes of wraps for $25. And this continues throughout your entire career. So even still now, if I sign up 2 customers and I keep them under me, I get a wrap reward. So I get to buy a box for $25, and I profit $75 once I sell all those wraps. Also, by gathering 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days, you're going to get 120 in product credit. When I first started, we did not have any money. I was concerned about my next month's order. So I put 2 boxes of wraps on 120 free products, and I sold all 8 wraps and made 200 cash. So I tucked that away for my next month order. And about the next month order, as distributors, in order to be commission qualified, we have to be on an ADBB auto shipment. I put 2 boxes of wraps on there because I made $200 off of it. That gets you commission qualified. Did I just confuse everybody? Yes, no?
A little bit.
Okay. So in order to
ADBB.
ADB, oh, what's ADBB? Okay, so the easiest explanation is each product has a point value assigned to it, and so you just have to have enough products to equal ADBB. The wraps are 108 BB, so they meet that requirement. You'll be commission qualified. It's also an insurance policy for your commissions, because it would be awful for somebody's credit card to decline at the end of the month and you don't get paid for all the work that you did. So we really encourage that ADBB auto shipment. Okay, so step 3 is to go Ruby. Now going Ruby, you are finding 3 people to join in the business. They join for $99. They get 4 loyal customers in their first 30 days. And then you have one of those 3 who's working, and they gather 2 people who join for $99 and get 4 loyal customers. At the end of the month, if you are all set up for Ruby, you go Ruby, I guess. That didn't make sense, but whatever.
They say the guarantee.
There's no more guarantee.
Yeah,
No. Yeah. And the new party pad is totally throwing me off.
Yeah.
Because this is like brand new. The flow is like so, it's so off. But anyway, it's so simplified now. We all tend to
So is there no guarantee at all, or they just took that out of the quarter?
No, there's no guarantee. It's the bonus now.
Okay.
Yeah. And so right now, if you, let me see if I can explain this right. If you sign up today and you get to Ruby by the end of the month, you get a $1,000 bonus on top of your commissions, your Ruby commission. If you signed up last month after February 2nd, is that correct? You get till the end of this month, or after February 1st. You get to the end of this month to get to Ruby and also earn that $1,000 bonus. So get to Ruby, guys. Extra $1,000 for you. Okay, so the last page, or not the last page, but the funnest page actually is the average annual distributor earnings by rank. So this is yearly. We all start out as a distributor. A distributor yearly earns $752. That's car insurance for the year, right? So that's a bill that would take care of. This doesn't include your wrap cash, and your wrap cash is what you make when you wrap people individually. So you start off as a distributor. Your first promotion is executive. That yearly is $3,132. As you're adding more customers and distributors to your team, you promote to Ruby. That's $5,603. Then there's Emerald, which is $10,213. Our Diamond, which is $2,302. Now the really cool thing about the Diamond level is once you hit Diamond, the Diamond coding bonuses kick in. So when you go Diamond, you add a new distributor to your business, and you help them fast start, which means you help them get 2 customers. You're going to get a $100 bonus, plus you're going to get an $80 Diamond bonus. Okay, and so if that distributor signs a distributor and gets 2 customers, they're going to get a $100 fast start bonus, but you're going to get an $80 bonus. So anybody who comes into that organization, whether you've enrolled them or not, you're going to get $80. And then as you promote your way up the ranks, the next rank is double Diamond. It's $54,309. An extra, $120. So an extra $40 bonus. So you're going to get the $80 Diamond bonus, and then you're going to get the $40 double Diamond bonus. So as you go up, they just add more money to those Diamond coding bonuses. Your triple Diamond promotion yearly is $104,842. Presidential is $193,896, and then ambassador is $585,909 a year. So pretty a lot of money, and it's achievable. Okay, so the last page right here closes it for you. Now I know people skip this page sometimes because they're afraid to ask for the sale. They're afraid to ask for, you know, what they're there to do anyway. So this is really important. You have to give them a choice. It's your choice. Would you like to be a loyal customer and save up to 40% on all your products? You get your own account where you can manage your orders. You're rewarded with free products, which is our perk points. You get products you want with an auto shipment, and you experience life-enhancing results every day. Or would you like to be a distributor, save up to 40% on all your products, manage your business with an online account, get rewarded with free products, earn party cash and commissions, and the best part is to get out of debt. And they have a get out of debt bonus right now. So if you get to diamond by the end of the month, or double diamond, or triple and beyond, then you earn extra money. So diamond right now is 10,000. Right. So, and I know we have some people here going for, you're going to double, Sandra's going for double, Brooke's going for double, Jean's going for diamond. What are you guys going for? What are you going for?
Ruby, right?
Ruby?
Yes.
Ruby. Okay. So that's our party pad. And like Corinne said, you can go on YouTube and you can look up other ways that other people are doing it, and you put your own story into it and your own personality into it. And it's not really that hard to do. Okay, so hey, you want to come here real quick? Can you tell us who you are?
I'm Corinne Burnshead. I actually promoted to Triple Diamond on my 3-year anniversary.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I got that $50,000 bonus. Hello. It still hasn't like completely sunk in.
Today it will. So I didn't obviously have the party pad notes pasted into the party pad, but you can do that, and you can just read along with it. It's really easy for you. Okay, so let's talk about. So we kind of covered ADBB a little bit. Does anybody have any questions about ADBB?
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry, and I just ate. Now you said to be commission qualified. I mean, I'm not even really worried about that. The ADBB, is that mine or is that my customers, or like how does that?
That one's yours. Okay. Now the ADBB is going to run like every 30 days. So you join your first month, your first 30 days. You just set it up, and you're commission qualified for that month. The following month, that's going to run on your 30-day anniversary. That's going to run and it's going to get you commission qualified for that month. Okay, we teach ADBB, like I said, it is an insurance policy to make sure that you get your commissions. I mean, some people have waited. Some people have waited until like the last day of the month. They decided they weren't going to run it. They were going to qualify a different way, which I'll tell you that in a minute. And one of their customers' credit cards declined. And they weren't in a place where they could, pay attention to their e-suite. And we worked from month beginning to month end. And when the system updated, they weren't commission qualified and they lost their entire check. So it's just an insurance policy. Plus, I mean, we need to be a product of the product. So we need to be using the products monthly. So we have our own stories, our own testimonies. Plus, you need wraps because you're wrapping people. That's your main goal, is to wrap up people. So the really great thing is if you put 2 boxes of wraps on, for me here with shipping and taxes about $136, but I make $200. So I'm making more than I'm spending, which a lot of people need to do right now.
And when do you suggest to put your auto shipment? Is there a certain date that you should do it before?
If you set it up when you enroll, it's going to do it automatically for 30 days.
I know, but I know you can change it. Is there any day that you suggest? You said
Well,
that some people are waiting to the end of the month.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to run it like the first of the month. That way you can see that, hey, I'm commission qualified. And if you're trying to promote, your little e-suite is going to say, if you're not commission qualified, it's just going to keep saying distributor not commission qualified. But if you have that auto shipment run and you promote to executive, it's going to say executive. Or if you promote to Ruby, it's going to say Ruby because you ran your auto shipment, you're going to get paid as that rank.
Okay.
So it is best to do this beginning of the month.
Okay.
Yeah. Any more questions about that? About the ADBB? Okay, so we like to teach ADBB because it's a statement thing, and you heard all the reasons why we teach ADBB and we want you to do ADBB. But if you do have somebody who is really concerned about that, I don't have any money. I'm like, what if I don't, what if I don't have the money for that? Well, the other option is if they can get enough customer orders directly under them to equal 150 PV, they'll be commission qualified. It's also a good recruiting tool. Like you're sitting down with someone, you're talking about, that everything and the ABB is just, they want to do it, but they just can't. That's scaring them. They can't do it. Then you can give them that option. And it just kind of makes them like, okay, well, I'll work. I'll get my customers so I can get paid. So it's always kind of like a plan B for you. Okay. Anything you want to add to that?
I don't think we mentioned this, but that ADV auto ship is also really, really important because you want to be a product of a product. I can tell you that my passion just wasn't there for the first 9+ months until I started hearing stories about the greetings and stuff. So I finally ordered them, and that's what gave me my complete testimony to like how much it changed my life, and that's what drove my passion. So being sure that you are a product of the product and you're using what you're trying to talk to people about so that you can talk about it firsthand. So that's what I use for. You can put a box of wraps on there and get like greens or a supplement, and it's probably going to be 80+ AV, but you sell the wraps just like you got your product for free.
Is that why Melissa doing? Is that why Melissa doing?
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing we want to go over is the foundation of our business. Something that everybody does. It's our goal. Top money earners do it. People just starting should be doing it. We all do it every single month. You print this out right here. And I would say hang on your refrigerator, but I don't have none on your refrigerator, so I can't do that. But you could hang this on your refrigerator. And this is your goal every single month is, okay, you have step 1, you've joined already. So every month that's taken care of. Step 2 is to get 4 loyal customers. So your goal every single month is to get 4 loyal customers. And what I like to do is, if I'm talking to people, I like to pencil their name in here and put parentheses around it. They're going to be a customer. I'm going to get them in. They're interested. So I'm going to write their name down, put parentheses around it, and when they're signed up, when they're in, I erase it. So I know. And then also, step 3 is to get those 3 distributors. I like to pencil in their names next to here too. Same thing. Sometimes I even see Fran has it. She's got a running list of potentials right here. So you want to print this out, and this is your goal every single month. You may hit this twice a month, 3 times a month, or not at all that month. But the really cool thing is, like, a new month is a new beginning. You can just start over. So that's our second success. That can be found in each sheet under documents, and you can print it every single month. Okay. You want to say anything more about step success? Does anybody have any questions about the step success? Pretty self-explanatory.
This is your accountability though. This is like, because you can be like all over the place and not really understand like, oh, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? This is your accountability. This is where you can see, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. I want to get customers. I want to get distributors. So having that goal every month holds you accountable to what you're doing to really grow your business, because this is what grows your business.
Do you put? Oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
Do you put like everybody's name on there that you list? Because you usually get the contact information of
right.
People that you list.
Usually I'll put them on my hundreds list, but if it's somebody that like is like eager or they're like sounding really promising, I'll be like, okay, this month, and then I'll pencil them in. Once people are signed up, then I'll go ahead and pen them in. So, so then I have, it's a sense of accomplishment too, because sometimes you can feel like, oh my gosh, I'm spinning my wheels, but you look back and say, okay, I did get 3 customers and I got 2 distributors this month. I'm on a roll. So.
Did you have a question?
No. I think that, and another time that I want to go more over this list and how, because I have a lot of potential loyal customers right now, but I don't know how, and I even am talking about how great it is. I want to have like an update on how to recruit.
Okay. So the next topic is the hundreds list.
Exactly.
Segue.
Sorry. Thanks for keeping on the spot.
Here. Okay. that is going to be what we're going to talk about, but I'm going to follow my notes here just so that I'm, on point. Okay, so since we're going to be in eSuite and we're talking about our steps of success and you can print it out, make sure that you go through the It Works view. The It Works view has the training academy videos in it. We talked about that already. And then another really, 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 really good audio, is by Jim Rohn. Who's all listening to that? Building your network marketing business. Okay. All right. So a lot of people have, but some haven't. Okay. So you can just go on YouTube and type in Jim Rohn, and it's ROHN, Building Your Network Marketing Business. It's about an hour and 6 minutes long or so. But I know that when I listened to it in the beginning, like it changed everything for me because it made me really realize what to expect and where my mindset should be coming into this, because what we're doing is not normal. It's totally outside of the box, So, and he's got tons of other stuff that you can listen to, but I think that's a really good one to start with. In fact, when I'm talking to people about the business now, I send them that video. I sent it to you, didn't I? Yeah, because I just think it's so important to know kind of what to expect, especially when in the video they talk about the sowers. The sowers sow seeds, and sometimes the birds get them, and it just kind of just tells you like what's going to happen in your business, so that you don't get discouraged because hey, it's normal, it's going to happen. So now we'll go into our 100th list. In your eSuite, also under Documents, you can be fancy and you can print out these right here, 100th list. And you can see that I have mine, so that I think I have a 300th list here. There's also because sometimes people say, well, I don't know if I know anybody, I don't think I know anybody, and yeah, you do. You know people. So I encourage people to sit down with their 100 list, get out their cell phone, go through their contacts list, and without judging, put the people's names on it, because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're looking for. You might have what they're looking for. You might have the answer. And the only way that they're going to know is if you reach out to them. They might say no, but guess what? You won't die. This right here is a memory jogger. You can print this out too and kind of follow along, just to remember people that, oh yeah, there's my cat. I'm gonna put him away because he's kind of small.
Is that on YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah.
The memory jogger is actually pretty cool. I like
Yeah. What I think is really neat is that you don't usually think about everybody that's on this, and the first thing that stood out to me was photographer, and that's how we met actually. And she probably would have never thought to actually list me, but she did because she posted on Facebook, and so that's how we ended up being brought together. Was first as photographers, and then we friended each other on Facebook. She posted a before and after, and I saw it, and so I messaged her. So inadvertently, she had listed me already, but it's all the people that you don't really think about. Somebody is going to tell them, and is it going to be you first?
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly.
What if they tell you they're not interested in the reps? Do you continue on and tell them about more products, or let them know that we have other products and continue on that way?
I would. And maybe some way that you could say it is, oh, we have more than just rats. We have stuff for weight loss, we have skincare, just kind of a vague description of what we have. And maybe they're trying to lose weight, or, we have stuff for stress. Just give like a small description of what we have, because I think a lot of times people think we're just rats, but we're so much more than that. So, and then also posting about other products and stuff on your Facebook is good too. That way people know that we have more than just the rats. Okay, so Okay, so you got your hundreds list written down, and now what do we do with that hundreds list? What do we do with it?
Well, you're gonna go through and you're gonna start contacting people. You can do that by phone call, you can do it by text, you can do it by social media, and you can do it by email. So some of the people on there may be your photographer, and you have her email or something of the sort. So then you can start introducing this to everybody that you know. Oftentimes it's as simple as just saying, "Have you tried that crazy wrap thing?" Question mark. So that opens up conversation.
Right. In fact, at one of our green carpets that we had, one of the smaller, but not smaller ones, Han Fowler, who is our chief networking officer, actually made us pull out our cell phones during the event. Were you there for that one, Candace?
No.
She made us pull out our cell phones, and she made us start at A and text. Have you tried that crazy rap thing? Like, just made us do it. And we've actually had meetings since then called Seal the Deal. Because that's kind of scary, right? Get out your phone, start texting people. But it's funny how much feedback you get. No, what's that? What Matt likes to do is he'll go on the My at Work store on your phone, okay, and he'll get a blitz card on the phone screen and screenshot it, and then you can crop it. And when people say, "Well, no, what's that?" then you can send them that picture of the blitz card. So now you just blitz them. And kind of go from there. On the team page under files, there is a script for conversation that you have with those people. So that's another really good tool. You can print it out and keep it handy with you so that when people are saying, "No, what's that?" or whatever, you can follow that script and just say, those things back to them. So that's a really good action to do. If you're not telling people what you're doing, they're not going to know.
What team page was that on?
The I am a team page. Yep. And let's
I
see.
think it's called opportunity text / follow-up, something like that.
And then posting on Facebook and contacting people on Facebook. It's really important that we don't spam people, especially if you have no idea who this person is. You just add somebody on Facebook, and as soon as they accept your friend request, you send them a message. Have you tried that crazy rap thing? Well, no, I haven't. Block, spam, delete, whatever. And that doesn't help anybody. So this is network marketing. It's about networking and building relationships with people. So if you are friending people on Facebook, start interacting with them. Comment and like on some of their stuff, and read what they're posting, because you might actually have a way to help them. Like, in fact, hold on one second. I was really creative, and I was invited to an event on Facebook it was Victoria's Secret blowout sale or something. Somebody added me to this event, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, holy cow, there's so many women on this event. So what did I start doing? I started friend requesting these people. Like, there's so many people, I'm just going to friend request them. And then I did a contacts on my page. I posted a picture, and it said, for free wrap, whatever, post here and tag somebody. So then all these people start tagging them on my page. And I have these girls on my page now. And I saw one girl post today. She said, I'm going to read what she said. She said, "Lord, please let somebody call me for a job." So, hey. So I messaged her and I said, "Hey, have you thought about being your own boss?" So I'm not really I'm not sending her a link. I'm not spamming her. I'm asking her a question. And she responded earlier. I haven't responded back yet, but she said, "No, ma'am, I haven't. I'm not too good at selling things." Well, then I'm in front of my store. I'm not a salesperson either. That's one of the first things I said when Matt said, "You should do this." I'm like, I'm not a salesperson. But with this, it's better not to be a salesperson, because sales is pushy. We don't have to be pushy. We just have to offer what we have and let people say yes or no. So that's kind of a creative way to build your business. So posting on Facebook. Do you want to go through the 3 days? Okay.
Yeah. Facebook has always been something really huge for me. I'd have to say 70% of my success has been basically through Facebook networking. And Jason first started talking about how she's been successful with it. And I realized that's actually kind of like what I've been doing, which is neat. But she was able to put it together like a formula for you to follow that you can duplicate the same thing. Because we want to keep it more lifestyle. We don't want to be like, this is the funny bill, buy it for this much, and that's salesy. So we want to keep it like for sharing. And the 3x3 rule is 3 posts a day that are product based, or before and after, and also 3 lifestyle posts. So that's going to be more like how the business is changing your life, how just the business type aspect. Like I'm sitting at home with my kids right now. It's so great that I can be home with them while working with them. So you're going to want to post 6 times a day that way, which seems like it's a lot, but it really helps to draw people in because you don't want to feel like you're bombarding people with all this like salesy. You want to pull them into your journey. So good times to post first thing in the morning. So like really early, like between anywhere from like 6:30 to 8:30. That's prime time. What's the first thing you guys usually do when you get out of bed in the morning?
Or you're not even out of the bed yet.
Yeah, I know, right? You're like, yes. So that's really that's a good prime time because a lot of people are sitting there. They're going to be getting ready for work and going to work, and then you're like, oh, I'm at home with my kids and putting my coffee for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I hate you.
I know, right? And then another good time is usually around lunch break. So you have your people who are at their 9 to 5 lunch break, they're checking Facebook. And then later on at night after kids go to bed, that's sort of time. So I can tell you that by doing this, you're going to draw more people in who are going to start messaging you even because they're going to see and want what you have. So this way you're not, join my team, people are like, blah, because it just gets redundant, and you want to really attract them by how it's changing your life rather. Which was really neat actually when, oh God, yesterday was the ugliest picture ever, but I had seen my triple check for the first time, and it just I burst out in tears in the middle of a restaurant. And so I posted that ugly crying picture of me. I'm like, I don't care. Everybody needs to know how life-changing this is. And oh my God, I got over 250 likes on that thing. And then, so I'm like, oh God, everybody's seeing my ugly crap. But I'm telling you, over the last 24 hours, I've had 3 people message me. What are you doing? Tell me more. I need this in my life. And so that's why it's so important to do lifestyle posting. Draw them into your journey. Don't bombard them with, product posts. This is $45. Before and after pictures are great because they do speak 1,000 words. And they can be relatable. Like when she posted something that when I originally tried it, I related to the picture that was posted. I had previously gone and gotten a consultation for a tummy tuck. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, hey, try that thing. So being able to do that is really going to help people be sucked into your journey and continue to watch you and follow you, and you interact with them because then they're going to show it more in your feed too, in your posts.
Anybody have any questions on that?
Knowing me. One more time, I'm sorry. The 3x3, it was one-time product based. Business like a lifestyle thing, and then the before and after. Is that what the 3 and 3 is?
Yeah, basically the 3 and 3 is going to be relational to either the product or the business opportunity. So good ones for the products is either or you before and after, okay, or you using the product. So when you very first thing out of the gate, as soon as she signed up the next day, she took a picture of her energy as she was on the way out the door to a game. And I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly it. You want to show people how you're incorporating the products in your life. So that was really good.
Yeah, that's seen lots of people kissing their energy cans.
Well, and your 3x3 work.
Yeah,
And
and
they've been
actually,
working on me for 3 years, and it finally it clicked, and
There must be a
so I
charm.
want to know how to do it, because it worked on me.
yeah, and Jade will say too, like, and it's so true. You gotta stay consistent. You have to do it. Like, you have to stay on top of it, because if they see you post once a week or just every couple days, then they're not even gonna take you seriously. They're not gonna take you seriously. So I can tell you, the people who are consistent are the ones who will reach a big heart. The people won't like a before and after picture normally. The only people who like my before and after pictures are y'all.
We're like, can we take that message you?
Don't get discouraged if they're like a lonely post.
So are you posting those pictures or whatever on your timeline? Or are you just
On a timeline.
like, if you make a group of people that might be interested, then only those people see it. There's putting it in front of everybody sees it. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Did you hear about making it public, your post public?
Oh no, but that's a good one.
That's actually how I got into the business, because I didn't know Casey at all. But she had posted my friend Katie's before and after picture, and it popped up in my newsfeed, even though it was one of her posts, and I didn't know her, I was friends with her. And so I reached out to her because it was my friend's before and after picture. So make your post public. So that
Yes, keep them public. That's another thing is, if you're really private about your life, well, try to give yourself a little leeway, because if you are only making it work post public and you try to friend new people to increase your network, they're gonna preview just nothing but it works, and be like, oh heck no. So it's good. You want to put like your kids in between there. You want to put, you want to get your hair did, like things like that, so people, see that you're real too, that you're not just marketing.
Okay, so does anybody have any tips they want to share about Facebook? And you said public. Does anybody else have any tips or questions about how to use Facebook?
I would say get on social media 100 Day Adventure.
Yes, true. Who's all signed up for that? 100-day social media adventure. Okay. All right. If you guys can pull out the 99s to do that at some point soon, you'll want to do it, because it's just amazing. That's all I can say. I love it.
Oh, actually regarding that, I just found out too that the 99 gets you all the training videos. Somebody was asking me, what is the additional $7.95 that you get charged for every month? Well, that's going to be to have access to like their community group, like where they're asking questions and answering things. So it's kind of like a group where you interact with other people. It's an access that you get. But otherwise, if you just pay the 99 and you don't continue paying the $7.95, you still get your training video. So if it's a money issue, don't let it be a money issue. At least get the training video. Because John Eric will teach you about how being thoughtful, be a good friend. This is a venture, not like we were just talking about, bombarding with salesy stuff.
One of my favorite videos that he talked about was how to post like a ninja.
Yeah.
That was really good. Because he talked, and like basically posting like a ninja is Facebook, like hacking the algorithm in Facebook, which means getting your post seen, is posting like a ninja, which is being thoughtful. So basically a post would be like a picture, and you would say something, and in your words of what you're saying, you're using emojis. So like you're using these emojis like in your post, and it gives that, think about it like a weight. That's a heavy post. And so that heavy post is going to pop up in people's newsfeed. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a product post. It can just be a post that's interesting. And people are going to see that post, and they're going to be like, well, this is kind of cool. I wonder what's up with her. Click on your name, and they scroll through your newsfeed, and they see what you got going on. So that was my favorite one, posting like a ninja. I thought that was cool.
I see a lot of people on Instagram use it as well. Is that just
Using Instagram? Yes, there are people that have built their entire business on Instagram.
I noticed a lot of, well, the ones that I see, they're trying to be more distributors. I guess I don't know if that's the issue with the entire concept, but they're like, they'll post like, oh, look
many I can, it's so long.
Jane Tucker has a really good Instagram training, like a 30-minute YouTube video on Instagram, like how to work Instagram and what you should post and how often, and she showed you like hers and like good examples. Jade Cooper,
You can go on YouTube and find her, and Jessica, it's the cat.
Okay. You sound like there's somebody doing Sorry.
me.
Oh my god. Yeah, Jade is really good. A lot of information.
Her videos are great because they're so like to the point. They're so real and raw. Like she will not sugarcoat anything. So I've definitely been watching a lot more of hers lately too. Cause
Yeah, she's
You have to
definitely
very
real and humble and
Yeah.
just goofy and
You have to get a pad and a paper and be ready to pause it a lot and take
But
notes.
she
And
talks
I have,
fast,
like,
yeah.
She talks fast, but she's very thorough. It's like really good grasp.
and she just went ambassador too, and she's been in less than 2 years, so definitely somebody to follow. Okay, so Facebook is one way to market your business. The other way to market your business is belly to belly, face to face, and that's through blitzing. So we're going to talk briefly about blitzing because I don't want to keep you guys here too late. One thing. Okay, so this right here is our blitz card. Like I said earlier, I was blitz. This card, actually, there's a science behind this card, and all of us have a dominant personality. So they created this card around these 4 personality traits, and they're categorized by colors. And I'm going to go over those briefly with you. There's a more in-depth description of the colors, which I encourage you to look at on the team page under files. Personality colors, it's really good. So the first personality we're going to talk about is a red personality.
Who here's red? So the young lady back there who was twins, I went through your half fun and got the $20,000 bonus. Is it red?
So what do you think drives a red?
Money.
Money. Money. Reds are your type A personalities. What's your sun sign, by the way? Your sun sign and zodiac sign? Okay. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so they're more type A, more money driven, more brass, I guess you could say, just a little more like. Right, Jennifer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Extreme.
You gotta watch out for those reds.
Your success in the picture impressed me because you wrote down. You're not great. Yeah, like I met this person at Wawa. Supposed to do, to push yourself more. I might not get to all those people this month, but if they don't sign up this month, I'll put them on the next month. So you just gotta go for it. Go for it. You're just not afraid. You talk to everybody. Yes, that's how you have to be. Even if you're a little bit timid, because there are people that's timid, but in this business you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone because that's how you're gonna grow. You want to do this, you have to do it. Okay, back to you, sorry. Red. We're talking about colors. Red.
She has a spotlight. Okay, so our next personality color is going to be a blue. Our blue personalities are, okay, well, let me back up real quick. A red person is going to look at this card and see that $25 and say, how much of that is mine? Or how can I get in on that? When I saw this and this card, I asked the guy, I said, this is network marketing, isn't it? Like I knew it was. Like he's just a guy coming and sitting at my bar, talking to me, and what else could it be? It's not. I didn't walk into his salon, So this red is in red for a reason. It's meant to jump out at those reds, those people that are money driven and see dollar signs. Our next color is going to be our blues, and our blues are the ones that like to have fun. They're your party people. They're going to look at this flip card, and they're not going to see anything else except for maybe these results on the back, and it says, oh, I can have a party? I goes, I love having parties. You know what you do? You say, oh, great, what's your phone number? We'll get a party book. Like, that's, you just want to get that party book. So that's your blue. Who here thinks they're blue? This is blue. All right. I'm a red blue. So, the next one's going to be your green personality. Your green personality is going to take this card from your hand, and they're going to look at it for the longest time, and it's going to get awkward, and you're going to start fidgeting, and you're going to want to say something, but you don't. You just let them look at this card and digest it. And they're going to say to you, well, how does it really work? Like, what's in it? They're going to want to know everything about it. So what you do is you say, you know what, I don't know. But if you give me your email, I'll send you some information. And you just give them information. So green personality is going to be very analytical. So you give them their information, you let them do all the research, and usually greens, once you get them involved, they stay because they've done all the research, they know everything about the company. And greens are important to have on your team too because not everybody's a green, and they're really good at answering questions because they know everything. Yes. So who's a green? A green red? Okay. Great. And let me see, the last one is going to be your yellows. Now your yellows are going to take this card and they're going to look at it and they're going to be like, oh, I know somebody who can use this. Give me 5 more, I'll hand them out for you. They're really helpful. They were described by Mike as grandmotherly type, even though I don't like that description, because but they're the ones that just want to help. They're the ones that stay after the events to help clean up, or they offer, to help set up. You want yellows too, but yellows have to watch out for those reds. Because those reds might, take advantage a little bit.
Sorry.
In advance, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's about the personality colors. So this card is designed to fit all those personality colors. And when you're blitzing somebody and they respond in one of those ways, now you know how to respond back to them. So basically, like the easiest way for me to blitz is when I'm out living my life, when I'm, grocery shopping or go through the drive-thru or shopping or whatever I'm doing, appointments. I have them in my purse, and I usually carry a little before and after book in my purse with a dry wrap. And I'll say to people, when I'm done, like, hey, do you mind if I give you a coupon for my business or a coupon for a product that I sell? And I just give it to them, and then you don't say anything. You just hand it to them, and you let them look at it and say, they're going to say, well, how much of that is mine? Or can I have a party? Or, oh, I've tried this before. That's a common one. I've tried this before. Oh, really? Did you see results? They'll either say yes or no. If they say no, I'll ask them, well, how many did you do? Well, I just did 1. So this is going to give me an opportunity to say, well, they come in boxes of 4, and a box of 4 is a full treatment. So, I'd really like you to see this, try a whole box, So kind of keeps your conversation going. And your goal when you're blitzing somebody is to get their contact info. You might not always get their contact info, but that's what you want to try to do. And one of my favorite ways to get contact info is I'll say, hey, are you on Facebook? Do you mind if we connect on there? And most people, like Matt will say, they're on social media. They want people to know who they are. So I'll pull my Facebook up. I'll put the little search bar up, and I'll give them my phone so that they can type their name in it and send me text info. And then part of the 100-day adventure training, he teaches us about lists on Facebook. So once, they've accepted your friend request, you can go and add them to a list. You can have a list of people I'm at listing, or potential parties, or potential LCs, and you can add them to that list so that, you can go to that list specifically and you can build that relationship with them.
I have a question, and I don't know if you do that or one of you guys can answer. So I always get people friend requests, or I always friend request people or whatever when I'm out listing. But one thing I'm so horrible at remembering names. So I'll friend request them, and until they answer me back, and it shows a notification like Andrea approved your friend request, and put their name, and I go and search them, and I can't remember the name, and it doesn't pop up. Is there any way on Facebook that you can go and see like who's requesting what?
Well, what I would do is once you put it in, screenshot it.
Yep, that's a good idea. And then some of them won't like reply back, or they'll forget or whatever for like a month, and I'm like,
you know.
Who was that?
So many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
How do you change it?
There should be like a couple buttons on your phone that you.
I don't think I've ever.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have an iPhone.
Most
If you have
iPhones
Android,
have
just swipe it over.
Oh, really?
iPhone or Android.
It's an Android.
Yeah, mine's an
Or
Android.
you can do them both the same way, actually.
If you have power in the middle button, you hold
Yeah.
down.
See, mine's an Android too. So yeah, you just go like this.
Do you have the note? Do you have the stylus? You have the stylus. You can just
Okay, so
Yeah, you swipe it down.
and then Corinne wanted to show you another little.
I'll figure it out.
So who here gets a little nervous about blitzing?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you guys, I've been in 3 years and I'm still nervous to blitz, you know, actually. Yeah. So this is such a great way to hold yourself accountable and for people to maybe break the ice first, open that door of conversation. Because you're gonna feel on. If you're out there, you got your shirt on, you put this baby on, okay? So now you are a walking billboard, which is amazing because people are recognizing who we are, what we have now. Oh, there's those wrap things. You know, I've sold wraps on the spot because somebody is like, oh, you them on you, and so this is a huge door opener. So use this, keep this, have it on. Sometimes if it's not like appropriate, I guess you could say, I will tie it to my bag. So it's like, ooh, in the wind, you know, and people are noticing it.
Counter when you're
Yeah, and
Like,
you want to be intentional, very intentional. So that's what I've done before. Actually, I was really sick one time and I went into like a CVS or something and I had it tied to my bag and I put it up and I wasn't paying attention and I was just getting my money out. And the guy saw, like, it was a guy and it was the back of the card had the guy on it. He's like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, oh my gosh, he just licked himself. So take every opportunity. I was on my way here, I was at a gas station, and the guy behind the counter said, what word? And like the only time of course I walked in like with only my phone and debit card because it wouldn't scan outside. And I was like, oh, I'll be right back, watch. So, because like when you say that, like you want to answer questions with the card, a tool. Use a tool. You're gonna confuse somebody if you stand there and you're like, oh, it's a wrap thing, and you put it on, and you touch and touch. And they're like, they just cannot put their head around it. So you want to use a tool anytime. You want to have these available. I have my purse. I actually bought a purse in the beginning because I was so scared, and I was gonna fumble through my purse to find a card and force somebody. I got one that had a pocket on the outside that they were all sticking out and really just readily available. You know, because looking terrifies me. But I get a lot of phone numbers because the quickest and easiest way that I like to do it, if I don't get them on Facebook, it depends, I kind of read people a little bit, is I have immediately, like, I'll be standing there and I'll be like, preparing for the blitz, and I'll be like, okay, I got my messages up, hit my little new messages thing, so it's ready, and I'm just, you know, like I go in for my line. This is my line, is if they're really receptive to the card, I say, hey, why don't I text you really quick so you have the answer to that? Because they've already shown some interest. So I've never had somebody tell me no. That's because I really feel people out too.
You don't have an option either. You gotta just like tell them.
Yeah. Like, and don't get that option. If you are confident, then they're gonna trust you. If you're like, can I take your number? Then they're probably gonna be like, why? Instead, just be like, hey, let me grab your number really quick. I'm gonna text you. Because then you can text them before and after. Then you have your text history. You see that, okay, so and so I blitzed yesterday. Let me follow up with it. So that's a really great way to also get contact with them.
That was a good one.
I did it different. I got I just started to say was, I had her, she was really interested in it, and I go, well, why don't you, I go, you have my number right there, why don't you just text me your Instagram or Facebook if you want. I got two Instagram, Facebook, and I got the phone number all in one spot.
Nice.
So,
And he's like brand new, like he's been really good at what
just to be a quick,
He's a red.
my card, I just put it on it.
Man, I know.
Let's do it.
So good. My acres and got my
Yeah, I just
You can, yeah.
Do you guys have that in the team page on the files?
Yep.
I always have those in my purse.
And how do
Yeah,
you
I've
do it?
never heard of them.
Huh?
When you're blitzing, how do you say?
Well, it depends on the person. I went to the marshmallow drop on Saturday with my kids, and I went to the 105 pet, and it was like, the lady who passed out candy, we're waiting in line to win some free stuff. So I was like, hey, can you hit my card? And oh, I heard about it, and it's the lady that they're on the radio station. So I didn't warn it if they didn't give me their number, but she seemed interested. Usually, if I'm going to get there ever. It just depends. I mean, like if I'm going out blitzing, I'll use the cards, the entry thing, saying I'm having a giveaway, or like if I'm
weekly wrap.
I usually do a monthly one.
Monthly.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
This is what I've been doing. I would say like monthly, and then when you're getting to a contact information, you want to follow up with them within like the next day when the excitement is still like up. So I would say monthly, and then I'd go, I'm texting them like an hour later, look what you won. So I just say I do a drawing for her dress. So they're not like, they're probably not really going to think that much into it, but just in case, I'm just like, I'm drawing for free raffle, so I need your information. And then you don't have to give them anything, but as long as they feel like they've won something and you're super excited, then, they'll go with it.
Usually I'll do like, oh, you won $5 off of your wrap.
Yeah.
I can handle $5 off the wrap. So the process.
Or like a free sample of cream.
Yeah.
You get super exciting. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I won something.
You can feel people out even if there's somebody that like you really want to get a wrap on because you just like feel something with them. Like, hey, you want a free wrap and go wrap them for free. I mean, just to get it on them and get in front of them and talk to them. I personally, if I do a drawing like that, I really do a drawing. Like, I really want somebody to win because, for one, that's my conscience. Like, I don't like lying to people. But that's just me. You can do it however you want to do it, but a monthly drawing is good, a weekly drawing is good. It's your business. You can really do it how you want to. But the drawing slips are in the team page in their files, and it's just it's got their name, their phone number, their email, their Facebook page, or someone that has their Facebook page on it. So, and you can just put them in your purse.
And sometimes I'll also like if we're like having a rap extravaganza or something. I'll say, oh well, we're having a rap extravaganza or something, but can I get your number and I can text you an invite? I've done that, like stuff like that. So.
Okay, so those are a lot of really good tips there. So we wanted to go over a few more tips when it comes to wrapping people, especially the first time. Not everybody might know this, but I always like to wrap somebody the very first time. I personally don't sell individual wraps with somebody to take it with them. The only way that I would do that is if I made sure I got their contact info and I sent them a really thorough video on how to do the wrap, because there's so many variables that can go into if people see results or not. So I like to wrap them the first time. I always suggest, when I have people wrap, is sweeping the area first. When they get their box, I always say when you get your box and you're doing it yourself, you want to take a hot shower. You want to make sure you're not using any soaps with oils or lotions in them. Take that hot shower, clean yourself up, exfoliate that area that you're going to wrap, and you can even just use sugar. If they don't have an exfoliator, they can just go in their cabinet, get some sugar. I've done it. Use some sugar, whatever, exfoliate the area. And then, of course, get out, take a picture, and put the wrap on when your skin is nice and fresh and your pores are open. And then wear it for 45 minutes. They can use saran wrap. I always put a tank top on. It keeps it in place, or we have our fab wrap. So there's a few different options. I also like to let people know that the saran wrap isn't doing anything except for holding it in place. You don't want to sweat when you have the wrap on, because if you're sweating, you're pushing the gel out and you want it to absorb. So wear it for 45 minutes the first time, and the reason we do that is because, first of all, the fun part is to see if you have results in 45 minutes. The second part of it is because it is botanical, the botanical base, somebody might be allergic to something. So the 45 minutes kind of lets you know if they're going to be okay with it. If they're okay with it, then they can sleep in it if they want to. People want to wrap their legs and stuff. I always recommend that they sleep in them because they move around a lot. So put the wrap on before you go to bed and sleep in it. So lots of water before pictures. Always insist on those pictures. Those pictures are so important because somebody might say, "Oh, it didn't work." Well, did you take pictures? No. So you have to take pictures because you can tell me it doesn't work, but I don't believe you unless I see the pictures. And then another thing too about the wraps is we used to be able to claim inch loss, and we used to be able to say that they do plastic, but we cannot say that anymore. We cannot say that, and it's because if we start making those claims that it does anything under the skin, then the FDA could come in and say, "Hey, you need a prescription for that," and then we don't have the business. So let's protect our business and make sure that we say the right things, and that's tighten, tone, and firm. The rat's tighten, tone, and firm. That's the correct verbiage. Now, when it comes to inch loss, people will experience inch loss when they lose weight. So if you're using our greens and using our thermofit and using our wraps and our defining gel and you're using these other supplements, sure, people are going to have inch loss, and that's okay, but you can't say that the wraps cause inch loss.
Usually I say that weight loss is a side effect.
Weight loss is a side effect, yeah. That works. Anybody have any questions on that? We can't say that. They tighten, tone, and firm.
And reduce the appearance of cellulite, stretch marks.
Yeah.
So, a couple little things, just some tips that I have actually found work really good over the time is sometimes you will meet somebody and wrap them immediately, or somebody just got off of work, or they just got, they went to the gym, they haven't showered yet. I like to always keep our botanical cleanser with us, or with me in my bag. And that's because it's so free and it's a botanical base and it rinses clean. So it's super, super clean to be able to cleanse the area before you put the wrap on. I've noticed that I actually have much better results when I use it. You don't have to use it, but I recommend it just as kind of like a backup. Sometimes you're at a party, and you just pull that out. Say somebody put on a slab of lotion. I'm like, all right, let's use this to cleanse it. So that's something really good to be able to do. There was one other thing. I don't remember. I'll interject.
Okay. So the last part here, I'm gonna go through quick because it's almost 9 o'clock, and I know you guys gotta get home. Is probably one of the most important things, even though I'm gonna go quick with it, is personal development, self-development. This business is personal development with a compensation plan. Like you're going to be pushed out of your comfort zone. You're going to do things that you never thought imaginable. You're going to be up against stuff that, I don't know, it's just, I'm not the same person I was 3+ years ago. Like I was a stay-at-home mom, depressed, lonely. I didn't have any dreams. I just was existing. I was here, I was going through the motions, and I was depressed. And when I found this, I found myself. And I've grown so much personally because of this. And personal development with a compensation plan. I mean, it's pretty amazing. So I want to encourage you guys to invest in yourself and do personal development. There's tons of books out there. There's an app you can put on your phone, Success on Demand. And you can listen to John Maxwell, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, like all of these people that, have lived the dream, lived the life. So also a really good book too is it's called Retire Your Husband, A Mom's Guide to Making Millions in Network Marketing. And it was actually written by Cami Dempsey, who is the top money earner of the company, and Denise Walsh, who's also another top money earner of the company. And you can get it on Amazon and just do the Kindle app on your phone or Kindle, and just, as your husband's driving, just sit there and read. That's what I did. And there's a part in there that I usually have trainings, and I cover kind of my bookmarks, some of my points that I thought were important. And it's finding why you're doing this business. That's so important. figure out your why. And there's an exercise in that book that actually helps you establish why you're here. And you write it out and you put it on your nightstand and you just remember that. And that's why you're doing this. So does everybody get that? Retire Your Husband, a Mom's Guide to Making Millions in Network Marketing. And then another person that you can follow is Eric Worre. He is basically a guru in network marketing. He's got tons of really great tips. You can find him on YouTube and watch some of his videos. John Maxwell, like I said, he's got tons of books that, and audios too, YouTube. 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, 21 Qualities of a Leader, stuff like that. They're kind of long, but it's really worth listening to because, like, if you want to be successful in a business like this, you have to be a leader. You have to be able to teach people and inspire people, and you have to have a certain character to do this. And this actually helps you develop yourself to be the person that you need to be to accomplish why you're here. So, sorry, I'm getting off on this.
It's really important. It is really important because even if you don't see yourself like as a leader, through self-development, you will become who you want to be. I didn't know who I was when I started, and I was solely intimidated by this entire thing. And I was like, self-development, what? I don't read.
And she still doesn't. She just listens.
Yeah. Leaders aren't readers, but I like to say, leaders can also listen to audiobooks. And then YouTube, if you've got a short attention span, there's like little YouTube videos, things that'll feed into you. Like Brendan Bouchard is awesome. If you are like having a hard time with your confidence or esteem or rejection or anything like that, his are only like anywhere from like 5 minutes to 10 minutes long.
Who's that again?
Brendan Bouchard. So it's Brendan. Last name is Burchard. So I love him. He's peppy and he talks fast and he's like to the point, like he's like, oh, I feel so good afterwards. So he's really awesome. And then Eric Worre, if you sign up for his video emails, those are only a couple minutes long. Like you'll get something in your inbox and you're just like, oh, okay, I've got a minute. You're in there for a reason, right? So then you click his video, it's 3-4 minutes long. He did one today about taxes and all the write-offs in this business. I was like, in network marketing, period.
And then I got a text
And
from
then
her
you're like,
that
oh,
said,
I never
hey,
knew
who's
that.
your tax guy?
So it's really good stuff that you may not even think about. So it's really important to invest in yourself. If you're not investing in yourself and you don't want to, then you're probably in the wrong industry. So I think everybody kind of wants to be a better version of who you are. And you're worth it. You're worth it. Every single one of you.
Preach it.
Right. I didn't feel worthy. Heck, I was like, triple what? 50,000 what? I mean, it's crazy because this is real. Like, I never would have thought that this was what it's turned into for me. So.
Okay, so a few people that are going to suggest that you follow on Facebook, and if you guys have any more you want to add too. Of course, Mark Pentecost, CEO, Pam Sauter, Chief Networking Officer, Mike Patillo, Chief Sales Officer, John Eric, Chief Adventure Officer. And then we've got Stephanie and Joel Dunn, who are our ambassadors soon to be Black Diamond Upline. Major Jones, who is just so inspiring. She owns salons and she's a red. She's a serious business builder. She has so many good tips. Lisa Fuller does a tip of the day to build your business, so follow her. Jade Cooper, which we talked about her stuff. Go on YouTube and watch some of her stuff. It's really good. Of course, our team, me, Corinne, Melissa Martin, Casey Tosi, Angie Holt, who else? Okay. Do you have any that you follow?
Ashley Sinclair.
Run
Got 'em all.
Rhonda Hartman, Lori Conway.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, some of those. Brandy Estes, she's a fun one to follow.
Brandy, what?
Estes, E-S-E-E-S. Yep. There's more, but those are some good ones to start with. Follow them, friend request them. I know Cam's not accepting friend requests unless you're presidential now, which is kind of funny, but. And then I have one last question I want to ask everybody. I want to start doing trainings more consistent, I guess. Every other week, once a month, maybe even. I found a location, like not very far from here, that will fit us. So I wanted to kind of get by a show of hands, like what works better, Tuesday night or Thursday night? So tonight we couldn't do Wednesday there because they're booked. I can't do Wednesdays there because they're booked. So who would think Tuesday night would be better? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, how about Thursday night? 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So, all right. Well, I'll look into it. Maybe get some more feedback from people on the team page and see, what would be best for people around here. Okay. So, does anybody have anything they want to add? Or actually, how about you share your story with us?
Come on over
How
here.
I started,
Corinne signed me up. I met Corinne at a God encounter. That's when we met. We met through church. And I'm not gonna say the whole story, but she was my roommate. I slept with her, and I slept with her. She was my roommate.
oh,
We slept in the same bed. I don't know each other, and a little awkward because I didn't know her. But she was there for personal reasons. I was there for personal reasons. She didn't mention anything about it works. I had no idea what she did, and then we kept in touch. We exchanged numbers. We went. We changed Facebook, I think, and then I got sick one day. She dropped off some greens to my job. I guess she thought I was gonna be a loyal customer. So she's like, "You have to try this," and I'm like, "Okay." So I loved it, but I never hit her up again about the greens. Like I had totally forgot. Kept on with my life. Then I lost my job, and I saw her in church, and she's like, "Oh, so how you doing?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I lost my job. I have 3 kids. I'm a single parent. What the hell am I gonna do now?" She's like, "Oh my God, we need to meet tomorrow," and I'm like, meet tomorrow? Like, I don't have money to meet nowhere. Like, I lost my job. And she's like, "Oh, I'll treat you so much. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "No, I'm not going nowhere." Make it short, we met up the next day, went to McDonald's. She treated me to coffee. And,
She was drinking nothing but coffee the entire weekend. We were gone.
yeah, I was like a coffee head.
I was like, this girl.
She was like, "You need some greens in your life." So I used to drink coffee. We met up for coffee. And she explained to me that she went to the party pad, explained to me the steps to success, and I signed up right there. I really wasn't sure about how I was going to do this or what I was getting myself into. I was confused, but I just took a leap of faith and left it in God's hands. I was like, I met this girl for a reason. Something has to, something good has to come out of this. Like my last $100. So I didn't boost. I didn't have money to boost, and I signed up. Okay. I really didn't do much for my first 2 weeks. I didn't do anything. I met some of the ladies at the Christmas party. We were talking about that earlier. I wasn't even talking to anyone, right?
I remember that too.
I was sitting on the table.
Humor.
I was like, yeah, looking around, everybody's dancing, having fun, they bling on. I'm like, oh my God, these green
People are great.
clothes. That's what I was thinking in my head, but now what I wear is green. But yeah, so I met some of these ladies here at the Christmas party, and then after my lunch party, Corinne came to my house, and she hosted the party for me. And after that, I just took off. I had already booked my Christmas and New Year's vacation to New York. I'm from New York, so that was around that time, and I went over there and I did parties, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I was YouTubing stuff, and that's what they mentioned, self-development. That's so important because I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to do a party. I mean, she came and hosted one, but that was just one party. It wasn't enough for me, I think, to learn. And I kept doing videos. I went to New York. I rapped the whole Bronx. I don't even know how many loyal customers in a week. I try to get it out to as many people as possible. Okay, I came back January. It was conference. I still wasn't making money. I made rap cash while I was out there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I made a lot of rap cash. It paid off for my whole trip actually, and back. Um, so I went to conference. Alicia and Corinne kept telling me you have to go to conference. Now by that time the tickets were almost $300. I'm like, oh my god, how am I gonna pay $300 for the ticket to go to conference? They're like, you have to go. Corinne's like, I don't know what you're gonna do to make it happen. I'm like, I got bills to pay. How am I gonna buy this ticket $300? So like the day before conference, like me and my roommate were talking, and we're like, oh my god, I want to go to conference. This girl was telling me it's a life changing. I'm not gonna talk about how important events are.
Oh, yeah.
So how important events. Oh, okay, I can discuss it after. So yeah, we can't miss that. I was so important. So they kept telling me, you have to go, and the night before, I'm like, all right, I have one day to come up with the money. How am I gonna? My roommate's like, I don't know, let's think of something. So I posted on the team pages, on Alicia's page and on Corinne's page that I was charging the people that were flying in, because we have people like all over the world come to our corporate events. It was over 15,000 people. So we have people from other countries, like New England, everywhere. So people were flying in, and I live literally 3 minutes away from the airport, from MCO Airport. And I posted that I was charging people to drop them off at their hotel, and I was charging them like half of what the cab was charging me. So I was like helping them, but also making money. And I didn't sleep for 2 days, dropping off people.
And our shuttle. All three of our kids.
With my kids in the car. I have a newborn, I have a 4-year-old, and I have a 9-year-old. I was like dropping them off, picking them up, dropping them off, picking them back and forth. Like I don't even know how much I paid in total, but I mean, I was making up the money. And I was able to buy my ticket for conference. I was able to buy some clothes. I paid work stores. I didn't even have a shirt. I didn't have anything. Like I had just started, and it was the best experience. Like I can't even put into words how important going to events are. When they told me that it was going to change my life, it really did. It changed my life, because after I left from there, I saw the vision. I saw what they was talking about. I heard it from them, but when you see it on your own and you see these people, real life people telling their story, how they were in food pantry lines, and 3-4 years later they're millionaires. Like you see that, you're like, no college degree. I mean, I have a college degree, but they're up there with no college degree making millions, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm just sitting here and I can do this too. So events are very, very, very important. We have the green carpet coming up in July, and if any of you guys can go, I suggest you guys find a way to buy your ticket. Like borrow, sell something, do something, because events are so important. So I left from there, fired up. I wanted to rap the whole world, not the Bronx, the whole United States. I was like, I want to rap everyone. I need to become a millionaire. The red in me. I was like, I need to make it. I gotta make it. At conference, they announced the good bonus, which now we have the good bonus. So when I went to conference, it was double the bonus. So instead of $10,000, I was going for $20,000. I was like, oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna make it from here to March, but I made it. And I went back to New York, and I'm originally from there. I did another trip over there the beginning of March. And when I came back, I was ranked the top distributors and rollers of the whole company for my rank. So that was amazing. I think that the events, it makes you want to do more, you see more, you learn more, you catch the fire, the vision, the wanting to it. And then I also think about my why, which what they explained was very important. You can't let your why be the excuse. Like my kids are my why. They're why I want to succeed. They're why I want to give them the world. They're my why I want to buy a house for them, cash. Like there are the reasons. So that's my focus. I keep that there.
Did you mention that you actually have to get
Oh yeah, I did.
So don't let your why be your excuse.
Don't let your why be your excuse.
They were in the car
while I was dropping people and picking them up to try to get there. So
it gives me goosebumps.
There's no excuse. There's no excuse for people not to do this. Like there's no excuse. People say, oh, I gotta babysit, I can't do this, I can't. You can work this business with your kids. You can work this business having a full-time job. You can work this business having a part-time job. There is like no excuse. You can do this. Anyone can do this. And so I did that, and I've been blessed. I have amazing leaders by my side, and you just gotta work for it because if you work, you're gonna get compensated. That's just it. Like I posted yesterday on my page, we were able to see our commission check. We're not allowed to say how much we get paid exactly, but if you compare my check from last month to this month, it went up times 8. And I won a $20,000 bonus. So times 8 in a month, but it was hard work. It wasn't I was just sitting at home doing nothing. I was texting, I was calling, I was rapping people, I was blitzing. I walk around with this everywhere, even if I'm in pajamas dropping off my daughter in school. Everywhere I walk
We're
around.
here with a bunch of at-work people.
Yeah, and I still wear it. I wear it to every party we do. I wear it to, you never know.
It's just your necklace.
You never know. And I've brought people, like she said, on the spot, just wearing this and not even speaking. Like people are like, what is that? I'm like, oh, I do this crazy rap thing. One day we were doing the training, and I stopped at the gas station, and I was trying to buy milk for my son. I always tell the story. The girl, I had this on, and I wasn't even trying to blitz. I'm trying to buy the milk for my son. He's crying in the car. I'm like, girl, just charge me. And she's like, what is that? And I'm like, listen, just charge me. I gotta go. My son is crying. So she ran after me, like, out of the counter and came to my car. She's like, do you have one right now? And I was like, do you want it back right now? Like, you're at work. She said, yeah, but I can't go to the bathroom. Can you grab me behind the counter? I like grabbed her right there on the spot. So, it's hard work. It paid off. I'm still working hard. I'm not stopping because I have goals. And I claim presidential diamond by December. That's my goal. And yeah, everyone can do this. I did it in 3 months. Everybody has their own pace, but just know that the more effort and the more work you put in, the faster your business is going to grow. So put in work, guys. We're gonna get there.
Amen.
Any questions? Any questions?
I just want to kind of add a couple
Did I miss something?
just quotes from some pretty successful people. What you've done in 3 short months. Tony Robbins says, if you don't know what to do, act as if you did. And that's what's cool about network marketing is you can get going and not know what you're doing, but Corinne can do your parties for you at the beginning. And it's kind of like on the job training. And then Richard Branson, who's a multi-millionaire, he says if somebody offers you an opportunity and you don't know how, say yes, and then figure it out later. Figure it out later. You have to take a little bit of a leap of faith. But the beauty of network marketing is your sponsor can answer those questions to people. Like people in Joel and Stephanie got started, they even said that I don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it. We're telling people about the opportunity, we're telling people about the product or rap, and it happened for them because their upline helped them and train on the job. So and that's what you've done, and that's why you've done it.
And you have to be excited too. You don't have to know what you're talking about, but if you're excited, people are like,
yes.
oh, I want this.
I know. When I bring people, I'm like, oh my God, you have to try this. Like, you don't understand. It don't take forever.
You
I'm
just
like,
channel
oh,
someone who's done it first.
Casey, let's take Casey's story. I don't have one, but I'll tell you hers all day long. And excitement.
Yes, it's very, I agree. You learn as you go, like I didn't know anything about, we have over 35 products. I only know a little bit about the rap when I started. Now you ask me questions, I know almost everything about every product because you learn as you go. So self-development, your upline's coaching you, you have questions, you go to them, be the product of the product. Yes. I do that with my team too. Like I have a lot of new people too because, I'm new myself. So my new people, they don't know much about parties and stuff. I'm trying to do their virtual parties. Almost all my people are in New York. I'm like, I'll host a party. Just put me on the computer. Just put the people there, and I'll do it for you. Because that's what your upline is there for. They're there to help you until you get, your own team and you learn. So it's all, you learn as you go. You don't join the party knowing everything. You don't. And don't wait to have trainings. When you have one person on your team, you are now a leader, and you are now leading somebody else in this business. Get together as much as possible. Show up to trainings. If you have other people in the area, get plugged in. Get plugged in. Because getting around like-minded people is going to be huge in your success. Being local here, you're so blessed to have a team like this who can teach you. just have to show up. 90% of your success is going to be showing up. That's what kept me going. Like, I mean, even when I wasn't working the business, I thought it was just fun to go green carpet with her, you know? It's like, it was fun, you know? And then you get around the dreamers and the doers, and it rubs off.
All right, it's about 20 after 9. We could keep going and going, but
Yeah, we just condensed a lot of information into one training. I'm ready. So,
Yes!
And that was the idea, you know. We want it to be kind of comprehensive for you because so many people can kind of get lost in the shuffle. And we love technology that it allows us to be able to broadcast this to everybody. So everybody on the team, nobody has an excuse.
and record it.
And it's recorded.
Yep, and it'll be posted. So if you have a teammate that's not here, you can send them the link too. Plug in the team pages too. Those are really, 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 really important.
Yes,
Every day, if you just drop in there for a minute and scroll through some of the posts,
And
you know, stay
You
up to
learn
date.
something.
And if your leaders post something and ask you to watch it, there's a reason. It's not because we want to do it for fun. It's because it's important. So watch it. Listen to it. All right, thanks for coming, everybody. If you want to stay and mingle for a little bit, you can. Or if you want to head out, you can.